vision up. They should be just fine.
Our first best of 3 of the SWC group stage between the Highland Ravens and the Tartarus Titans for game number 1. We'll throw it over to Dulcin and Mifflin.
Let's start it off with some high-octane matchups here, and it's the Highland Ravens and the Tartarus Titans going toe-to-toe, and we talked about it.
Heavily style of play. And then you've got really good tools to keep people locked down post-initiation as well. SOT with the Pillars of Agony, Aurora with a pull-in too. I like how this Titans draft lines up, but if the Highland Ravens establish a lead, it could be scary.
SOT goes beneath the Tier 1 tower, Jetstream applied, and Adapting's back in. And first blood for the King, back on land, and Sino desperately trading the damage, but he's got it, he turns it. I didn't think he had it there for a moment, and Sino goes kill for kill, but it's Adapting for first blood for the Highland Ravens, and Paul will flex his muscles over in mid. He'll dive angry and give the Titans an advantage. Like a double, triple, quad, something like that later in the game, and things stabilize out. Have to consider that in a matchup like this. Sino wants to answer it, but what a taunt from Kha'Zix. Coast has turned around the damage, but Aurora rotates through the rest of the jungle, up to the sky. Goes Stu, the extra prots help out. Coast Adapting from range, drops Sino, and it's the Highland Ravens ahead initially, but the Titans in Stewart able to punch right back. And a chaotic brawl over the purple buff.
Man, that fight starts so... Stu's got the lead back, 14-13, but maybe more importantly, Aurora has already ticked over to 12 and fully upgraded that second relic.
Aurora's caught back up. Coast uses the beads. Stewart caught out by the Wild Hunt, Adapting, double pull. Aegis for Stu. Won't counter out the Typhoon, but he gets up into the air just in time. Coast has to dash away. This is 5 members of the Highland Ravens over on the left side of the map. Paul's gonna rotate in from mid here as well, a blink away from Sino, and Stewart, clinging to life, rolls back away beneath the Tier 1 tower. Thinnest of margins, health advantage to the Highland Ravens, but no kills dropped.
To how when SOT rotates out towards Duo, that's when Gold Fury happens. If Stu's here, this is a real attempt at the fire.
Stu is here. Again, this one's going to be somewhat slow. I mean, you're only 17.5 minutes in. Stu is
no crit.
3.5 slotted with no crit. So it's going to be a slow burn, but maybe angry now the target. Sino underneath the Tier 1, no chance. And there's your Emperor's armor for Aurora paying off. Adapting wants to trade back. Will. Sino drops and trade. Skewers from Paul means dive. Hello, Adapting. And goodbye in the same sentence as Paul will back away with the second kill of the fight for the Titans. SOT still with Pillars of Agony. Looks like he'll get stunned out. Uses the pillars, but it's got to be a dash away. So many low health bars here. And no ultimate from Stewart to send those snipes down. Again, a close trade.
Going for now, Amaterasu, we're adding defense, we're adding survivability. All right, you're already very defensive and you're already incredibly difficult to kill. Whereas SOT is going to continually stack up more and more damage. And by the time he upgrades that Tainted Steel, he'll be defense stacked as well. He'll be fully procced up. So maybe a little bit more power in the back pocket of the Tartarus Titans soul laner. A little bit more power spike coming his way. Whereas the Highland Ravens, they'd like to fight now.
Kha'Zix sends a taunt towards Paul, but they can't delete Paul. Paul's beads do just enough to set up Kana for failure. Snipes from Stu will make the difference here. They hit. Stewart drops the first. The Highland Ravens now down to 4, but the health bars not great for the Tartarus Titans. They've got to back away. Adapting just above half HP. This is maybe a preemptive play for the Ravens. That's maybe all they can get here on the right side of the map. Is Agony. Paul still with the set, all ready to go. Now Angry. A chance to steal from range. Remember, that's what an Agony brings you. Here comes the pillars from SOT, and it's got Kha'Zix. Should be one here for the Tartarus Titans, and it is. Vapor's Coast now desperately backpedaling away, but no chance, and the Titans simply too clean on the right side. They play their advantages perfectly, and you're feeling good about an FG pull a moment ago. I think you're feeling even better here if you're the Titans. Maybe after a reset or just using your numbers advantage. Adapting dropped by SOT. And that'll be an FG pull here eventually for the Titans.
And that's the concern for this Hades. That's what Hades brings that Amaterasu can't. Tartarus Titans, I think Bumba Spear maybe suits him a bit better there. Just Typhoon, get that additional pen, get that additional damage, and hope that it's enough. I like this, though, from the Highland Ravens. set up in the jungle, catch anybody walking up.
Well, the Titans know the Ravens are in the jungle. I'm not sure they know exactly where they are. Oh, this would be fantastic. It is. Adapting has picked off Aurora, but Adapting traded out by Sino, and the Titans have flipped things right around. Kha'Zix's left alone, and Stewart reminds him of it. Now the Titans can collapse in. Snipes from Stewart. Massive advantage. Sino will chase down Kana. Paul does the same to Angry. And the Tartarus Titans withstand the dive. It's all but a D aside as Kana left running.
Just an unfortunate target that the Highland Ravens run into in the jungle. Had it been anyone but Aurora, you grab your kill, you immediately disengage. But because you have to dedicate so much time to actually shutting down this Atlas, just allow the Tartarus Titans to rotate forward. The Highland Ravens had to stick nearby if they wanted to hit pay dirt on it. The Tartarus Titans make them pay. Phoenix, it'll go quick.
Might be able to win now if there's enough damage on Kana. Though the Phoenix takes just a half second to go down. Kha'Zix will have something to say about this, but Kana has got to find a value stun here with a dazzling offensive. It's on to Sino, but Stewart still swinging away onto the Titan. A double taunt in slows the game down, but the game ends nonetheless, and the SPL squad will take game one.
The game was...
We walk back, we're watching the start of game number 1, and Coast is level 2 dashing up against the Tartarus Titans there and really kind of alleviated pressure in the dual lane for the Ravens, allowed Adapting to make rotations over towards the solo lane. Unfortunately for Angry, just kind of got dove on by Paul earlier on, but it was still able to kind of keep up in that farm. And that was something that the Highland Ravens, that I have to highlight for game 1, was even despite that the Highland Ravens were down in the team fight.
Mifflin. Remember, one of the big conversations we had, Miff, was how do the Titans look throughout the rest of this weekend? Game 1 was clean for that squad. They'll hope to cleanly close out this best of 3 up against the Highland Ravens. They've got a great draft, a unique draft to do it with. Where the Titans have been theory crafters of meta and individual.
Yeah, I mean, Stu, sure, it's not a great look individually, but
right.
I don't think it's going to have too many sweeping implications.
No, Stu might end up even picking up first blood here. Kha'Zix swings away. Wild Hunt used in the pullback, but Kha'Zix hung out to dry, and it's Aurora with the ultimate. And that'll be first blood to the Titans. Sada's ulted over as well. Maybe not needed, doesn't matter, has teleport, can get back to lane.
Just shoving Stu into a locker, just taking his lunch money and putting gum in his hair, and nobody has come over to stop him. Nobody has come over to facilitate him. None of his fellow bullies have said, good job.
Right.
It's just the game happening elsewhere on the map.
Wow, and it might not even pay off for the Highland Ravens. Sot's going to get traded out by Adapting, but a dive from the Titans under the tier 1 tower. That's where a lot of this lead is built up with Kana. And Titans are able to go 1 for 1, maybe as good as it gets when Kana has a little bit of a lead there. So despite losing Blues and losing Pyro, Titans get it done underneath the tier 1. But my goodness, the damage from Vaporish Coast is simply too much for Paul. But I'm not sure the Highland Ravens can get much done. Maybe they can. Kha'Zix pulls back onto Aurora.
Good
and
pull.
One more yank back in gives Angry the fadeaway kill. And that's the Ravens tying up the kills at 15 minutes.
There's the answer for Coast. If the fight kill them, and all of a sudden you're keeping them off balance, and it'd be the exact same situation that the Titans had inflicted upon the Ravens in game 1. I love that call. I love that idea. Hate this for Kana, though.
He's got Eagles rally away. Sino will have the damage. Sot might finish off the kill. Sure does. And Defender of Olympus needed. But Adapting again rotates over. Mystic Rush not in time, but the autos. Again, go 1 for 1. But this time it's Sino who dies instead of SOT. So it's a run back of what happened just a few moments ago. Thank goodness for Kana. The Titans, really for the first time now, more proactive around the Pyromancer instead of immediately over to the Gold Fury. The Highland Ravens won't get to choose between the two, now may have to step up around the Fury. Kha'Zix with a miss. But Mystic Rush in from Adapting, drops Paul, and it's the Highland Ravens with wind in their sails, stepping forward. Angry will chunk out a bit more. The numbers there for the Highland Ravens, and it's a great fight for the SEC squad. A bit more CC needed to grab a kill onto Aurora, but the damage hasn't found its way in, and Adapting won't get it. And all of that for just a 1-kill swing. Feels bad for the Ravens, but you have pushed back the Titans.
You've pushed back all of them. You've sent them to base, and you've got the 5-stack on this side of the map.
Oh, God.
Fire Giant pulled, SOT and Sino on the seed.
Oh, and it's Eagles Rally used around the FG instead of stunning
Point
out.
toss.
Fire Giant to the Ravens, and the SCC team picks up a kill on the fadeaway as well. As SOT is now dropped, what a turnaround in this game. Finally, the gold means something to the Highland Ravens.
Woo.
Fire Giant on 5 and a kill to go.
Sino's not out of the lion's den just yet. They Porsche Coast.
No
Keep the Tartarus Titans around, keep them guessing. Fire Giant pulled once more. Tartarus Titans showing a bit of face.
Kha'Zix taunted in by SOT. Kana follows up. Sino's found the back line. They've Porsche Coast. He's boxing, but he'll get deleted by SOT.
What?
Oh no, it's disastrous.
What?
For the Highland Ravens, the Titans down 6. 7,000 gold have stepped forward. They've picked off the duo lane and now the solo laner. And out of nowhere, the Tartarus Titans slam the door on the SEC team. And they show why they're up in the SPL, and Myth, they've got a real good look at closing out the game and the set.
Right side, Phoenix will fall, but there's so many towers still standing. I'm not certain. They could walk into the Titan room. The
They're
Tartarus
doing it.
Titans, they're going for it anyway.
The Tartarus Titans now on the verge of winning game 2. Angry's got to go big, but he doesn't have ult. Adapting doesn't either. Finds
That's one.
Paul on a kill. Angry with another. Oh no! Maybe the Titans are the ones crumbling. Aurora backpedaling away from Adapting, who's got a double, and the siege won't happen. 3 kills on the defense for the Highland Ravens.
Angry just goes unspotted. Dash back in from
Oh!
SOT. He's got the 1v1. Adapting gets the triple in response. But it's the Tartarus Titans who lose out on so much momentum. Sure, you take the burn.
Ravens now.
That's a tried and true panic end. The Titans are panicking.
My God, the Highland Ravens Adapting the captain and Angry on one of his pocket picks. Not pocket, it's one of his best picks. Step up and go big against the Titans underneath their own Titan. And now suddenly it's a
To
tier
do so,
2.
you need to collect these minion waves. Adapting has righted the ship.
Oh no. Oh no, is Angry gonna get caught? Is that
Whoa, see
gonna
ya.
end the siege? It just might again. The Titans have found a pick. And the Eagles rally, massive, the wild hunt on the follow-up, but the Ravens have to get it done shorthanded. Adapting now with 4 in a row, has tilted things right back, but Aurora's done the same to Adapting, and again, the Highland Ravens, oh no, they've lost their roster. Everyone but Coast is gone, and it's gotta be magic once again from the Highland Ravens. In Myth, the Titans already have a Phoenix down. And
Last tower standing this time. The Tartarus Titans, maybe not a perfect situation, but certainly much better here.
No, much, much better. And the Tartarus Titans, they'll have a lot to talk about after this game, too. Should close things out here, but maybe this is the magic moment for Angry.
Paul, where are
my
you?
God.
Hit it!
The game goes on. The respawn's through from the Ravens. Oh, the Phoenix respawns at the last moment. This is unbelievable. Another triple. And the Highland Ravens, they'll go on once again as one lonely fire minion wanders its way into the Titan room. And we will not end the game yet. There is still more to be written here in game 2.
My man's playing for KD with worlds on the line. It doesn't make any sense. If you don't agree with the call, it doesn't matter. If your team is going for the end, you have to be there. Paul is holding S while looking out from a distance. Hey, good luck. Good luck backdooring. I mean, it can't work. Kana will stop him. He's got disarm.
Now it's just SOT, and there's 15 seconds on the respawn from Stewart. Aurora will be up in 10.
Spotted.
Maybe Justin
TP'd
bait
it.
Phoenix. As Sod,
Sod's
instead of
with it.
defending the baits, is going to go with Sod out of the Titan room.
What?
It's going to work out. It's going to work out, and the Titans, by the skin of their teeth, win the base race and win the set over the Highland Ravens.
The conversation we had earlier was not whether or not the Tartarus Titans are going to make it to Worlds, it's how good are they going to look doing